Let's try this again. Dude, I always hear like the beep of a lock and the door opening, and I'm like, gosh darn it. And I always press the stop recording instead of pause. So uh gets me back on my train of thought if I fully restart. But it is Friday, February 27th. I keep wanting to say January. It's crazy how a sixth of the year. Well, if I say like a sixth of the year, that doesn't sound like a lot of time. 2/12ths of the year is basically gone by. What do I have to show for it? No, this month has been a very big improvement, but no review yesterday. Uh, didn't really see anything that I liked. I can pull it up. I'll go over both. Didn't really see anything that I liked and would want to take. Um, so it's kind of hard in that aspect to make a review. If I'm like I didn't see anything, I followed my rules, so I'm good on that. I'm green on that aspect of it, but I didn't take any trades. So don't feel like it was super necessary, but I mean, okay, coming into market open, boom. I mean, if I kind of zoom in here, boom, we had what Nvidia earning, boom, some trickery up here. But I mean, push up, swap liquidity. This looks like manipulation. Boom, push down, back up, rebalance it. This looks great for shorts. Even in this little fractal right here, put in a high, put in London high, pushed it down, push it back up, swept it, manipulated it, changed the state. With that, this looks insane for shorts right here. Boom. What am I looking to run? I'm looking to run lower, probably even lower too. But then again, where does market open? That's market open. What am I what am I possibly trying to get on? A rebalance of this, a possible pop up, a possible sweep of that, pull up, then down. It just straight distributed. See, we put in the manipulation before market open, 8:30, 8:45 ish, um, key time for that type of thing. And then that means technically 9:30 should be distribution. It was, but if I'm not entering up here at like 9:15, I mean, really 9:20, 9:21 would have been perfect. But that means I need to be on the charts from like 9 o'clock. And I'm like, I think actually I was getting this was Thursday, so I was getting back from the dining hall. And so I'm like, yeah, I didn't see any of this, no soup there, blah blah, blah. And we just kept selling. And so I'm like, yeah. Here, I mean, I know some people, I think actually a good amount of people took, that soup CISD down. I just we're too far after sweeping uh, Asia lows, major liquidity to be super confident, especially taking the change in the state, which would have been right here, right? Taking that, stop up here, probably gotten filled lower, stop up there. I'm like, okay, where do we want to go? Where do we look like we possibly could be going? I mean, obviously now in hindsight, down here, those lows look good, but I'm like, okay, that's not that's not even a bad trade to take, but I mean, it took forever to play. And not forever, but just I didn't see what I wanted to see. I saw what I wanted to see up here. If this would have been market open right here, oh, entering really in here, this done clear, boom. Oh, that's just like perfect. But then comes today. No trades yesterday. I took a small loss today. I know a lot of people probably took. It was kind of janky, honestly. And I know a lot of people were like, it's not super clean. Am I it makes sense after the fact. I mean, this is not, very clean. It's honestly the one move that I was hesitant on was the move that I should have taken, right? The first move, obviously, in hindsight, it's not that good, but, I liked it in the moment. But for the 15-minute coming in, bingo, open. Obviously, giant sell from yesterday's open. Can we get this up here? Yes, we can. Boom, push down, boom. Left some equal highs. That was the main thing. Saw this is manipulation again. During London, push down, and I'm like, okay, we were sitting. Let me just replay this, dude. I ate breakfast and I had my vitamins, but I feel that like burning in my stomach because I've not had like enough for those. Oh, I don't know. I gotta drink more water too. But coming and seeing this, the 9 o'clock candle, let's print this one. I'm seeing this right here on the 1 minute possible manipulation. Uh, does this look like manipulation? Not entirely, but market isn't open yet. I'm seeing we have draws lower, but manipulation from this move, it's down here. Okay, boom, we're in that possible. Um, and then this whole range, right? We put in a low, put in a high, barely missed the high, took the low. Okay, what do I want to see when we take the low? I want to see is either retrace the discount, right? Or go for the high, right? And so that's what I'm thinking if this is manipulation down here. And so we start pushing down, boom. Oh, this is 920, so I can fast forward a couple more candles. 28, 20. I see us not take this. No SMT down here, I don't think. And I'm like, okay, 1 minute manipulation could possibly be the low. This could just be deep failure swing, could be. And I'm like, I want to see closure above there. Belongs, boom. Don't really get closure. This next candle rips it though, and I'm like, darn, that it did what it needed to do, right? Failure swing, change the state, boom, rip it. And then now I'm seeing this change of the state. I want to see this be confirmed, right? The second this gets wicked, I'm like, okay, this longs, I like longs right here. Boom. And you can see how many different text markups I have because of what happened. Boom. I'm seeing in other days um, where price action is usually fairly pretty clean and fast. This I'm seeing this is the range right here. Boom, accumulation. Obviously that was manipulated. Just kind of the range here. I don't want to see us closing back down here. Uh, but I'm seeing this wick, and I'm like, these wicks, not the greatest, but we're holding like 50% of all of this. And so I'm like, okay, could just be a little bit janky today. I saw that soup, and I'm like, okay, I want to see closure above here to run it to at least EQ and then possibly higher, right? If this candle hadn't existed and we had done it up here, that would have been perfect. I think the next candle is what does it. Yep. So I see us start pushing up. I see us wick this, and I'm like, I want that. I want to be in on this possible distribution to the upside. But then I'm thinking like, okay, I know where my TPs have to go. That's super easy. Where technically does my stop loss have to go? It technically down here. But seeing this as an order block, I don't really want to see us back inside of EQ of this order block. I want to see us close above, retest, and then rip it. And so my stop loss is like right around here. Boom. We sweep that. I didn't even see this in real time. Uh, might have been a reason to. But if I'm already in from like there from a wicking, I don't really care. And if we're bullish, we're just gonna run. Absolute rip. Got stopped out in like 10 seconds. Boom. Okay, we swept the high. Does this look like manipulation? If we get closure below here, yeah, this kind of does. I'm looking shorts here. But what do? We push down, take the low, manipulate the low, which is the biggest thing. 15-minute. Once this next candle, this candle finishes printing, you'll see exactly what I saw, right? So we took the low, and I'm like, okay, what do we do when we take the low? Back to discount. And so I'm seeing this is okay. We took the low, rebounced. We're just taking each side, uh, right here, taking both sides of the range. This is where we wait till we break out and find a trade. And so I'm waiting for one side to kind of be disrespected in that. We're just paint rolling the first presented. I don't use it too much as a confluence, except for like today when I'm like, okay, a little bit stronger. I wanted to hold. Boom. And I mean it did hold. So boom. I'm kind of seeing both sides, rip it up, take the high, and I'm like, darn, this was nothing for me. Uh no soup there, no nothing. I just gotta wait. Boom. We start pushing down. We soup it there. And I'm like, okay. soup order block. We're holding above all these longs, closure above there. I kind of like longs. No wick on the top of that candle. No, we just keep decaying, and I'm like, man, this really looks like we took that, we're gonna push back down here, right? And so I'm looking also on the 15-minute. We are this candle, 9:45 open low, and now we're sitting around uh this change in the state area. And I actually had this marked on because I'm like, I want to know the second when we're above and the second when we're above when we're uh below it. So hold on, I gotta one of my teammates is competing in conference and she threw a PR, and so I gotta keep alrighty, yeah. Gotta keep up with that. But I'm seeing this and I'm like, okay, boom. Didn't really see this as a CISD retap. Soup. I'm not just a soup trader. I'm a soup CISD. Maybe in the future, probably in the future, I'll slow once I become more confident with anticipating things. I will be able to take more of these. But this is in discount. We took the high. If we want to go higher, really in discount here, I want this to hold because we took the low. We took the high. We took the low. We took the high. We're back in discount. We're souping. Haven't seen much soups anywhere else. And what did we do in here? We souped to just take the high again. We're in discount. First presented, holding EQ. Like, not a bad place to do that. Some giant wicks. We rebalanced that with this. And so I'm like, we're EQ of EQ. Where do we want to go? There's no change in the states in here for me, which probably would have helped if there was like a green candle, like, I don't know, here. Probably would have helped give me direction. But hold on. Whoopsie. Uh right here. Okay. Actually one bar back. Bingo. Because I can get rid of that. So 15-minute closes above. Right? Barely above, but I'm still seeing this. I'm like, this is kind of a little janky. I know in the moment I was, still super hesitant because we're in EQ of that. We're not really doing anything. But we did close above that. This next candle opens low, soups it, and then closes like a good bit higher. That would have been honestly a really good trade to take. Looking back on it, I know that that's technically not soup CISD, but I mean, this would have been way better to take because then where am I targeting? I'm just targeting these highs, right? And so if I'm entering long, even at the candle closure, there's the bottom of that wick. That's more, that's plenty for me there. But I stayed out mainly because I'm like, this is kind of just janky. I want to see something. This wasn't screaming at me. Boom, push up, sweep the high. Okay, we swept the high. Does this look like the high? Not really. We just took the high. Um, I know this next candle I think opens up even lower. Yep, soups that. And in the moment, I'm like, man, this does look like a really good trade if this next candle closes above here, right? Because we took liquidity, boom, um, discount, push back up, took more liquidity. Okay, if shorts are the move, it's below here. I want to see shorts below here. I had this marked out as the change in the state, uh, but I'm like, uh, in the moment, this looks too close. Liquidity looks too close to feel confident holding past here because the RR for this or technically for that, I mean, is less than one technically because of that wick. But I'm like, I just don't feel confident entering here and holding like way higher, right? Because we're in EQ, we hit EQ of this full range, and so I'm like, I wrote it out. Liquidity sweep manipulation from the low 50-minute liquidity sweep and Manny are both 15-minute for me. Then failure swing. This is another failure swing of, well, I guess this is kind of just discount of that. And then let me just write discount here. I need a new keyboard. Yeah. I have like a super fast, like Chinese keyboard that's good for gaming and stuff, but it doesn't have any arrow keys because I didn't have any of those at the time with the stuff I wanted. But my laptop keyboard is low key just kind of the middle row of keys just doesn't work half the time, so I have to use the on-screen keyboard, and that gets really annoying. But going on rants, that's why this video is gonna be 25 minutes long. Ugh. It's a Friday. I don't really care. I took a trade this week, so I'm happy. Small loss too. It was only like 150 bucks. Not that I care, but manage the trade properly, right? So it's all this, and I'm like, I'm just hesitant because this isn't dumb clear to me. If saying that this, if I saw it lower in the model, that would have been great, but I didn't take it right here. Why? Because I see us just kind of chopping, and I'm like, I'm just not confident in taking it. Especially since I took a little loss here. I'm like, but looking at it, I taking soup CSD right here just to take the high again would have been a good trade, right? That would have recouped some of the losses from there. Uh, but that probably would have been better. I don't know. There's probably a reason why I didn't take it. Especially it was at 10 o'clock. Usually I'm not even on the charts at 10 o'clock. Like usually taking this trade right here is the only one I'll be able to take. So not used to taking the second trade, but who knows? Boom, we get a strong closure above. There ain't no way I'm entering up here, right? Because just what liquidity this could be. Not that it is manipulation, not that it looks terribly like manipulation, but I'm like, could be manipulation to send us lower. Boom. And then we push up, we leave literally a point, and then like shorts look good once we get closure below here, but didn't get the liquidity, so I can't enter shorts here. Boom, closing higher, swept it again, and then we've kind of just been in this sideways. We've been in this trend line. We're putting boom, dip down, bomb. It's a Friday. I don't really care, but I mean, looking at the 15-minute, this looks clean. Looks very clean. Uh, from the aspect of okay, putting a low, manipulated a low, but this candle, the 945 candle, was it 945 candle? No, that was the 930 candle. Okay, so yeah, we manipulated, then changing the state, separate candle. But yeah, I just missed out on. I took a loss. Wasn't feeling too confident in these trades. Where did the candles go? But I mean, there's a reason for me to not enter there in the moment. No throwing today. It's gonna be weird. I only have math, and then I'm heading home. Back home. So yeah, I mean, I'll probably do a little back testing thing probably later. Uh, just 'cause I got so much time. But I mean, yeah, that was kind of a quick review. Not mad. I'm actually happy that I took this trade because some days this is just gonna run. This is just gonna print, right? But other days like today, it's just gonna decay. And I put my stop where I knew I didn't want to see us coming back to. I wanted to see straight distribution. But and it literally liquidity, manipulation, fair swing, turtle suit, change the state. That's all I wanted. So I will see you later.